Yeah.
What?
Give it a quick second. Give it a quick second. Everything's good.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Hey, what's popping, y'all? Welcome back.
Sorry, I was thirsty.
Welcome back for another episode of The Limitless Podcast with yours truly,
yes.
JoJo and Vaughn. Hey, look, man, how do we get this started? So before we even get into our real topic, we have to touch on the playoffs, right?
Yes.
So-
Unfortunately, we have to touch on playoffs.
No, it is what it is.
Okay, yeah, we good.
We started something, so we gotta finish it. So,
Yes, this is true. We got to finish it all the way to the
we
Super
gotta
Bowl.
finish all the way to the Super Bowl.
All the way to the Super Bowl. You know,
So-
it is what it is.
yeah, like I was saying, man, the playoffs, right? We had the Texans play the Ravens.
Yes.
We had the
Yes.
Giants, not the Giants, my bad. We had the Bucks play
Yes.
the Lions.
And quarterback, he won. But yeah, go ahead.
We had the Bucks play the Lions. We had San Francisco play.
Go ahead. I gotta check one thing real quick.
We had San Francisco. Who they play? I can't remember.
San Francisco, Green Bay.
Green Bay. There it is. San Francisco played Green Bay. So just kind of touching on each game, right? So the San Francisco Green Bay game, that was a really good game. This was probably the best week of the playoffs so far, in my opinion. Jordan Love, he showed that he has earned that. He's earned that money.
He's earned a starting spot. He gonna get a nice bag.
He's gonna get a nice
He's gonna
bag.
get a nice bag. Absolutely, he's gonna get a nice bag.
Man, the only thing is that he had that rookie mistake at the end.
He owned up to it. He called it a mortal sin, which that's what it was. You never throw back
against your body.
You never
like
throw
that.
against your body, and you never throw back across the middle of the field because
That's what happened.
7 times out of 10, it's going to get intercepted. And I mean, he owned up to it. I personally think that game was probably better than what most people thought it was going to be.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, we can dive into that one.
But then that outside of Jordan Love, right?
Mm-hmm.
That game also showed that, in my humble opinion, that Brock Purdy is not an MVP. Should not be an MVP. Should not win the MVP. I'm not.
Who said he should?
He's a candidate for it.
He's a candidate for the MVP.
Yeah.
Okay, CJ Stroud should be a candidate for the MVP too. Then, if that's the case, like
CJ Stroud should be Rookie of the Year.
Yeah, he absolutely should be Rookie of the Year. I don't think Brock Purdy. No, he shouldn't be in the MVP. He should not be in the MVP race. The MVP race at this point should be between 3 people, and one of these people, I'm gonna get an argument about: Lamar Jackson, Christian McCaffrey, and Tyreek Hill. Those are my 3.
Okay.
Those are my 3. That's who I think should be in the. That's who I think should be in the MVP.
For me, it's a
MVP.
2-person race.
It's CMC and it's Christian McCaffrey and Lamar Jackson. But I'm saying if you had to throw in a third, to me Tyreek Hill would be the third.
Why?
What do you mean? Why? His yards for the season. He was, I think, before he got hurt, and then he left second half of one of the games. He was projecting. If the Dolphins would have stayed on that upward trajectory, he was projected to go for 2,000 yards. So that's the only reason why I'm saying he's the only additional one I can see being in there. But as we all know, the MVP is a quarterback award. We all know this. Unless you just are ridiculous.
Which Christian McCaffrey has been ridiculous.
So, but I think it's gonna go to Lamar Jackson. I genuinely think it's gonna go to Lamar Jackson.
Showed to me that it is a 2-person race. Brock Purdy should not.
And Brock is a game manager.
I'm not saying that Brock Purdy didn't have a great year. He's having a great year.
He is.
But it goes back to that game changer versus game manager discussion that we had a couple weeks ago. To me, with Lamar being the game changer that he is, he dwarfs Brock Purdy.
That showed. So that game, those two games, right? Baltimore against the Texans, the Ravens against the Texans, and then the 49ers against the Packers.
Yeah.
That game truly showcased the difference between a game changer and a game manager.
Yeah.
Lamar won, like, yes, it's a team sport. Lamar won that game for his team. Lamar put his team on his back and was like, I got y'all on this. Yeah. Now, don't get me wrong. The defense is ridiculous.
Yeah. Yeah, they were.
They gave CJ Stroud no time. But when you look at the offense, and I people try to nitpick, oh, he didn't throw for 300 yards. He doesn't have to.
Yeah.
He legitimately does not have to.
I think he threw for almost 200, like 192.
It's like 192, something, and then rush for
something like that.
That's a win in my book.
Yeah, that's a win.
Like, I think for any coach, for any legitimate coach, they're good with that.
Yeah. And we won the game. Come on,
and he didn't get hurt. And he played smart, and he didn't take a lot of hits during that game.
Just saying.
But everybody wants to define, a quarterback has to throw for 300 yards. A quarterback has to do this, and a quarterback has to do that. Not when you have the raw talent that this man had. Play the way that you have played that has gotten you to the NFL.
Yeah, like
period.
Play the way that got you to where you are.
Play the way that got you the bag. Play the way that got you that bag.
And man, like, so going into that, talking about Lamar Jackson, right? Like I was proud of the Texans, even though they got taken to the shade,
and it was because bro, the Ravens are just on they're on a gnashing right now, bro.
They're on a different level.
They are, and they're playing in sync. That's the thing.
And I've told people this. The Texans were in a win-win situation, even though they lost.
Yes.
They were playing with house money. No one in their right mind
expected that.
No. For the Texans to go to the divisional round.
No.
Like,
rookie quarterback, rookie coach. No big name athletes on the team.
No.
Like, no, not truly. Like, let's be honest. No true big name athletes on the team.
Bro.
And that team, and just to say this, and I'll have to give it back to you. Had Tank Dell not been injured, that is a ridiculous team over there. That's Tank Dell is the equivalent to Zay Flowers.
Yes.
You can't do nothing with him when he's on the field. It's just a sucky situation with Tank Dell. But I digress.
Because, I mean, only people that we really know from that offense is, Laramie Tunsil, all-pro left tackle.
Mm-hmm.
C.J. Stroud just because C.J. Stroud's a rookie, first-round pick. I'm hard-pressed to say anybody really, really knew about Singletary.
I don't think so.
And then, who really knew about Nico Collins?
Nobody.
They really didn't. They aren't. Well, what's the term called? They aren't. They don't have any like all-star names, like a notable.
No.
Or like a Randy Moss.
Like,
or
I know that guy.
Hill,
or Stephon Diggs.
Or Stephon. We're not going there.
I am.
That, right? So they were playing with house money.
You know I was gonna do it.
I know you were.
I
know you were. They were playing with house money, so it was a win-win situation for them. So I'm more interested to see how they're going to be like
next season,
2 years down the road.
Yeah. They got a little bit more to do. Offensive line. They don't need a big name pass rusher, but I would say they need one additional pass rusher that can not necessarily can agitate the quarterback.
Yeah,
they need one
to complement Will.
Yeah, you need one additional pass rusher to irritate the quarterback. Like he doesn't have to be a Nick Bosa or anybody like that, but you need a solid edge rusher that can bother the quarterback and cause and wreak some decent amount of havoc.
Secondary, they're good.
Secondary, they're good. But
What? They covered the Ravens Texans game.
Yeah, I don't really want to talk about 49ers and the Packers. I really
Yeah,
don't,
it is
because
what it is.
that is what it
we
is.
touched on that, so
Yeah.
that's fine.
Blah.
Man, so let's get to the game that you were referencing. The Bills Chiefs game.
Yeah.
First of all,
Go ahead. Don't be quiet. Go ahead. No, go ahead.
did you see the swag surfing,
Yes.
bruh?
Yes.
So I was talking to Quay
Mm-hmm.
on Facebook, and he was just like, "Man, when are they gonna stop stealing our culture?" and my thing is like, because I saw an article come out where it's saying, "What is swag surfing?" I'm like, bro,
We are not going back to college years for that.
Bro,
I'm not going back there.
I was legitimately like, we are not about to sit here and do this right now.
We're not finna discuss this. If you don't know, you don't know.
Yeah, like, and then, like, of course, and Andrew says this all the time, the internet is undefeated.
Period.
Like,
Period.
the way that black folks was going in talking about how they aren't swag surfing, they're riding a canoe. Or they aren't swag surfing, they're
on a riverboat.
yeah, on a riverboat. I was like, what, bro? The things that people come up with. But
Internet is the internet by far is undefeated.
it's undefeated.
Yeah, it's
and my thing is like, yo,
undefeated.
just sit down and
And
enjoy
just
yourself.
go
If you're gonna do it, at least be on rhythm with
or
it.
if you're gonna do it, at least research it a little bit and see how it's done.
Bro.
So, okay, I gotta go there. We
It was funny.
we have no issue. I think as a black community,
As a black congregation.
we truly have no issue with them doing our stuff, but
Yeah.
just know how to do it.
Yeah.
I think all in all, that's what we truly ask for. Is just know how to do it.
Just know how to do it.
Just know how to do it.
And don't try to pawn it off as something that
Yeah.
what I was and what I meant to tell Quay was this, like, what I don't want to come from this is that, oh, now swag surfing becomes a big thing because Taylor Swift did it. No. Swag surfing was its own thing.
Swag surfing is
It's still its own thing.
it's still its own thing.
You go to Prairie View right up the road and you start playing that song.
Yeah.
Now I got that swag.
It's gonna naturally start. It's gonna naturally happen.
You just get into that in a natural movement.
The only person. Then this is nobody can argue me with this. This is fact.
Okay.
All caps. The only person that took over swag surfing was Lil Wayne when he remixed it.
Yeah, that was fire.
That is the only person.
That was fire.
That is the only person that changed swag surfing.
Yeah.
And made it his own.
Yeah,
Because at
yeah.
that point, you no longer wanted to listen to the song. You wanted to listen to
Wayne.
rap on the swag surfing beat.
was
That's
good,
what you
too.
wanted to listen to. It was epic. So that's the only person that can handle that.
Yeah.
So kill all of that noise.
And man, what else? So yeah, I just want to talk about that real quick because, bro, like, Black Twitter went crazy over that mess. But now back to the
To the
actual
game.
To the actual
right? game. Yes.
First of all, Stephon Diggs, you should be ashamed of yourself because the argument can be made. The argument can be made that he lost that game. That he.
Oh, you're not gonna get nothing. You're not gonna get no rebuttal back from me.
That
Like
65-yard bomb
basket,
was beautiful.
basket.
Right in the bread basket.
Not here. Not here.
Right here.
Not here.
Right here.
You were. It was here.
Only where you're getting it. And the fact that you want to blame it on something about how you couldn't trace the ball or something, bro, you are a pro receiver. In some instances, an all-pro receiver.
And some people, they want to label you as an elite receiver. Not me.
Which we're not going there.
Not here on Limitless. Not labeling you that. Not labeling you as an elite receiver, bro. Just not doing it. You're a really good receiver. Just like your quarterback. You're
like
really good quarterback. But go ahead.
But the argument can be made that he lost that game. Like,
Yeah, you catch a 60-yard bomb, it's over.
it's over.
It's over. You take the wind out of you take the wind out of the Chiefs.
And
you're cutting their feathers.
And then for people that make the argument, well, I'll go back to that. But that defense, the defense for the Chiefs has been the one, their saving grace
throughout the whole season.
This whole season.
Yep.
And all of a sudden the offense decides, oh, we can catch the ball now. And their defense was struggling.
Yeah.
I have to give kudos where kudos are due. Josh Allen played a great game.
He did. And just to flip over to the Chiefs, that was the best I've seen MVS in a minute.
Yeah.
That was the best I've seen him in a minute.
He was playing out of his mind.
Yes.
He was surprised that he caught that deep pass.
Bruh, did you see his face?
Bruh, he was like, think he caught a touchdown.
He was like, oh, I can catch now.
Bruh. So,
but go ahead. Josh Allen.
I know a lot of people, and we were talking about this during pre-production, that a lot of people try to make the argument that, oh, Josh Allen is a great quarterback. He's good. He's a great talent.
There's a difference.
But that talent has not
amounted to nothing.
Has not amounted to him being great, because what is the one thing that has always been in his way and will forever be in his way while he's in the league?
15.
Patty Mahomes.
Yeah.
My homeboy.
Yeah, my homeboy.
He just seems to be that hurdle that he can't clear.
And that's fact. Sometimes it sucks, but sometimes you just are in the league at the wrong time. I.e. Charles Barkley, Michael Jordan.
Bro, this
take him out. Charles Richard.
In all honesty,
it's gonna go. Yeah.
It's reminiscent of Tom Brady and Peyton Manning.
Yes.
Because when those two met, you didn't know who was going to win.
No.
And I mean, they just went head to head.
But he always came up short.
They always met in the AFC Championship game. And the way the divisions are set up, I don't think that's ever going to happen.
No.
With this.
No.
They're always going to be, I have to beat you to get to the
AFC Championship.
And so, man, I hope that he clears that hurdle, but
I don't see it.
Mahomes is playing with his least talented or least productive team. He's
playing with probably...
This is worst team on paper.
Yes. This is probably his worst team on paper, period.
Easily.
And this is probably the most beatable team in his career.
Oh yeah.
And I mean, let me preface this by saying people always want to be like, oh, well, it's a team thing and this and third. That's true. That's very true. But you can't label a quarterback great if he hasn't beaten or is not beating the other great or greatest across the field.
Yes.
I can't label you as great at that point because you
do meet great players,
it crumbles. Like, and people, he missed, that one pass and the one thing that we know in the football world, and this is going to be until the end of time. Mm-hmm. One play will define a game. One single play will define a game.
It will.
No ifs, ands, or buts about it. You take away one play from any game, the outcome of that game is changed, especially when a game is so tight like that. Yeah. You take away one play or one play is off or something like that, and the trajectory of that game is completely changed.
It is.
He had 16. I was watching First Take this morning. They was talking about it. He had 16 passes. He had 16 passes, like 16 screen passes or 16 passes like from the line of scrimmage to 10-yard line or something like that. Short throws.
Yeah.
Any quarterback can do that.
Yeah.
At some point, and I'm gonna say this until the end of time. At some point at quarterback, damn the offensive coordinator.
Yeah.
Bro, I got this.
Okay, Jameis.
I'm on the field. Jameis.
Okay, Jameis.
I mean, that you might have should have had some Jameis Winston blood in you at some point. Like, I got this. Like, I got what I see what's on the field. Like, I know y'all see what's up top. Y'all tell me what's coming up top. But I got this. I got to lead my boys down here to win the game.
Yeah.
I feel like every great quarterback has done that at some point.
Yeah.
I truly believe Tom Brady has done it. Aaron Rodgers has done it.
I believe
Drew Brees has done it. Peyton has done it. Eli has done it. Big Ben has done it. At some point, you're like, bruh, shut up. I got this. You can give me your input, but I guarantee you Patrick Mahomes has done it at some point.
Coach, don't worry.
Coach, don't worry about it. I mean, you ain't got to be disrespectful about it, but Coach, thank you, but I got this. Like, I got to lead my team down the field.
Yeah.
You don't have to do that, Josh. That's why I can't put you as great. I can put you as really good with great talent. Yes. But because even last year, like people, he's great. Well, what about last year when guys were catching passes, or the year before when guys were catching passes, and you were horrible? So let's not just look at this season. Let's look at it in its entirety.
Yeah, I mean, and if you did want to isolate this season, he is second in the NFL with an interceptions thrown.
Yeah, I think at one point for every touchdown he had a pick.
Yeah. So,
but that defines that's great? No, absolutely not.
No, and so that's my stance on him. Like I said, he's a great talent. He's not a great player, but
he's a really good. He's a really good player.
Great thing is he's not retiring anytime.
He's not retiring,
so he has the opportunity to become great.
Not with my homeboy over there, and especially if they do a nice. This essentially was their. I'm gonna leave it at this. This was essentially their rebuilding year.
Yes.
This was their rebuilding year. Yes. So this was legitimately y'all were the Bills are stacked.
The cards were stacked in your favor to win this.
You had two really good tight ends. Running back, Cook running out of his mind. Still had Diggs over there. And I mean, at the end of the day, like Diggs really ain't done shout out to Skibo for posting this. I'ma steal it from you. Diggs ain't did nothing all season. Not really.
I can't.
So it's like
I cannot argue.
This was your prime time to show up.
Show why you got that money.
Yeah. But it is what it is. This is what we're left with. They're going home. The Chiefs are going. The Chiefs are carrying on.
And then do you want to touch on the Bucks Lions? I'll say this. Congratulations to the Lions. Y'all haven't been to the playoffs.
That game means more to them than what people realize. Bruh. From a history perspective, bruh.
I'm not going to lie to you. I am hoping that the Lions beat the 49ers.
I am too.
Just so
I am too, bruh.
Barry can experience a Super Bowl.
Yeah. Yeah, it meant that like I said, that game means because I wanted to know, so I went and read articles and did my own little research on it, and I listened and like reading articles from people that are in Detroit and stuff, and they're like, people have no idea what this means to, like, people were out there bawling their eyes out like they had won the Super Bowl.
Oh yeah.
Like to a certain degree, it's almost like it's a significantly heavy load off their back. It's like we're finally making something happen. So yeah, no disrespect to the 49ers, but I legitimately do hope the Detroit wins. But I like Detroit's team. Detroit is just a real gritty, hard-nosed team.
Yes,
there's not much finesse to them
at all.
It's like, bro, we just gonna bludgeon you to death. Like this is the game plan. We're gonna bludgeon you.
He said we're just gonna bludgeon.
We're gonna bludgeon you to death, bro. This is our game plan. We gonna roll with it. Either get out the way or it's going down. On the flip side of that, yeah, I'm about to say it. Great job, Baker. We knew it was coming,
bro. I can't do that. I can't do that. Because look, man,
Baker has played good this season. He's played good this season.
We about to Stephen A. Baker because bro,
Baker, he has played good. He has played good this season. He has played really good this season.
This man over here talking about.
He's a good quarterback. He's not a really good quarterback.
He's not a number one overall pick.
No.
He's not living up to that.
No, he's under Josh Allen.
Yeah.
A ways under Josh Allen. He's a good quarterback, but he, for whatever reason, I don't know what happened. He like towards the back end of the season, he has been playing out of his mind. So, but I just wanted to say that just because it's me.
So
a little wee bit of controversy.
Oh my gosh. All right, so before we get going, a couple things that we wanted to highlight, right? So
yes.
One, please like, comment, subscribe.
Yes.
We're moving, man. Like,
we are one away from hitting. So we are. What is this? It's January 22nd.
Yeah.
We set a goal at the beginning of this month, and we are literally one subscriber away from hitting our goal for this month. Yeah. To some, that may not seem like a lot, but to us, that is a hell of a big deal.
Ground zero.
Yeah.
Like
probably negative.
Yeah.
To us, it's a big deal because when you start seeing people subscribe to your channel and you start seeing people interact with your content, it tells you that whether good or bad, it tells you that, okay, I'm talking about something that they want to hear, because at the end of the day, the most valuable thing we all have is time. Yeah. And for somebody to take out time to go listen to a 13-minute video or to go watch a 45-second short of us talking about things that we want to talk about, it's a big deal. Yeah. So
we appreciate it.
And
long story short, we appreciate it.
Yes. So yes, like, comment, subscribe, share, DM us, at us, all of that. We are interacting with it all.
We are not ducking the smoke.
No, not at all.
If you ain't rocking one of our reports,
you still took the time. You still took the time out to comment on it. You still took the time out to comment on it, and you know who you are.
Oh my gosh. So now this next topic, pretty much the whole topic for this episode, right?
Yeah, the remainder.
And like I said in the beginning, we just wanted to touch on the playoffs. One, because we are a fatherhood, sports, and anime podcast, so it would only be right that we touch on the biggest thing going on in football right now.
Gotta get my little notes out.
But this episode was actually propelled by one of our subscribers, one of my friends from West Point, Julian Crockett.
Shout out, bro.
So on our top 5 anime video, he posted a comment. You know, what do you think got black people into having such an infatuation with anime?
Yes. Which was a great question.
It's a great question. And it's one of those things that I guess I tend to take for granted. Because we've been
fascinated.
I've been in it, like,
we've been in this world
I don't even think about that.
What?
But it really made, like, it was hard for me to
20 plus years.
Yeah, 20 plus, bro. It was hard for me to actually, like, sit down and bring all my words together to give him an answer.
Dissect
and so
it
I
out.
just told him, I was like, look, what we'll do is we'll do an episode on it.
Yeah.
And we'll give you our honest thoughts. I can only speak from my perspective.
True. And I'm speaking from mine.
Yeah. Because one thing that I know is that not every black person got involved in anime for the same reasons.
True. True.
Some people just happen to come across it by happenstance. Other people use it as an escape from what they're experiencing. It's a plethora of reasons.
That's crazy, because all of that was in there. Like, all of the article that I read about why African Americans, black people love anime, all of that was in the article.
Oh yeah, man.
All of that was in the article I read.
So now let's go ahead and jump into that discussion.
All right.
But like I said, before we get started, please like, comment, subscribe.
Yes.
And let's get it. So, I'll pass the question to you first.
Okay.
Let you go and do your thing. So, why do you think that African Americans have, at least in this day and age, we're in the 21st century, are so captivated with anime and are so now out there with anime? Because before,
Before
People
we
weren't
got
like-
shunned.
Yeah,
Yeah,
people
before we
were not.
even when we was in school, we
Yeah.
would get shunned. It was like, bro,
You a nerd.
yeah, you're a nerd. Y'all watch that dumb stuff, and now
Yeah.
it's like, oh man, let me tell you about it. He's like, bro, I watched that when I was in 6th grade. I was trying to tell you about it.
Yeah.
So, but anyway, before I go on a rant, so I think Black people, African Americans, got into anime, and it's wild, and it's so big now for the real anime fans, not the bandwagon fans, but for the real true anime fans. It was, for one, I feel like it was an escape.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna go for me.
Yeah, go
for
for
me,
you.
for me it was an escape.
Okay.
It was an escape into my imagination. It was an escape into this world where I was fascinated with martial arts.
Yeah.
And it went from the actual movies to, okay, these are, cartoons, because when you're young, some movies you legitimately can't watch.
Yeah.
But when you see cartoon, you see the animation, it's like, okay, I can get to this. And you resonate with so many of these characters.
Mm-hmm.
And you get, to a certain degree, you get significantly attached to a couple of them, to
Yes.
where it's like you forget that it's an anime.
Yeah.
But I say all that let me back up a little bit. It's so widely spread now because this is the tech age.
Yeah.
This is the age of tech. This is the age of, technology and all of this stuff going on. And I think you couple that with anime. What's in anime? Like magic and technology and all of this. So
Pretty much whatever you
whatever you can think of, and it's all futuristic. Like, for instance, Cowboy Bebop. Cowboy Bebop takes place, they are traveling in 2071 or something like that. And this came out of like 1970s, 1980s.
Yeah.
But they're traveling in 2071. So you look at it now and it's like, dang, you're watching this. But like I say, for me, it was a true escape. Like, I got to experience something that I was not able to experience in the real world.
Yeah.
I got to, have this mindset of being, a underdog, or being like the smaller person, and like you're working hard and like you grinding it out, and you develop these ridiculous skills. Even though you may still be this small person, you develop these ridiculous skills. Mm-hmm. And it just kind of took off. It just kind of took off from there. So.
Oh, okay.
Flip it around to you, sir.
Yeah, so let's see. Man. So growing up where we grew up, right? In Douglas. I'm not gonna say I was picked on. I'm not gonna say that. But
by me, yeah. Picked on each other.
We were like we grew up in a community where if you didn't act a certain way,
true,
then you weren't black. You weren't black enough, or whatever.
Black enough, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And so,
even though some of those people not see now and they wear anime shirts,
yeah, whatever. So, but so I was picked on. I was, called like an Oreo.
Yeah.
Okay. Just because of the way I acted. So my thing was, and kind of similar to you, it was an escape for me. It was an escape for me in regards to what I was going through in regards to growing up, and it was just like, it was one of those things that it brought my imagination to life.
Yes.
And it just evolved into something that even now as an adult, like, it is I don't want to say it's a pillar, but it's a fundamental part of my life now.
Absolutely.
Where it's like,
well, yeah, it's a pillar.
I'm always tapped in with anime.
Yes.
And I guess one of the main reasons it stuck is because, and once again, you just said this, is that underdog mentality, just showing that, yeah, you may not be the strongest, the fastest, the smartest, But if you can work yourself up to being
top tier,
yes, and that resonated with me on so many levels because once again, when we played football, right, I wasn't the fastest, I wasn't the strongest, but I always put the work in.
Yeah,
and it helped me get to the heights that I sought out for myself, and so. That's why I got in, and I honestly feel like I said, not everybody's the same, right? Yeah. Some people just get into it off of a whim. Some people get into it because they got introduced to it by one of their friends. Like, what's that on television? Well, he's shooting a beam out of his hand. Like, okay, cool. And, to each their own. But there's a special population where it resonates on them like on a deeper, more fundamental level.
Yes, and that's why I say those are your true for the African American Black community. Those are your true fans. Yeah. Not your bandwagon fans, like your true fans because it hits on a deeper level. Yeah. For them, for us, it hits deeper. Whereas like your newly upcoming bandwagon fans, they watch it for what it is and they enjoy it, but they're watching it with a different set of eyes than how we're watching it.
I mean, and bro, like, so, and with us growing up, man, it's cool that I'm able to have conversations about anime with my younger cousins or my nephew that's into it. I mean, and I've never mentioned this. He knows this because it's him, but anime was one of those things that allowed me and my brother to like really get close.
Yeah. Because y'all would be drawing like crazy.
Yeah, we would draw the stuff.
Y'all would be drawing like crazy.
But me and my brother did not always have the best relationship.
Yeah,
I'll say that. But anime was that one. It was like the bridge for us, where we could come together, and we would just like our minds would be blown off of what we just saw.
Yeah,
whether it be with Dragon Ball Z or a Kame ga Kill or. Shoot, he's the one that put me on Vinland Saga. Bro, it's just it means a lot to me.
We don't have and this just came to my mind, thank you. We don't have how can I put this? We don't have that many communities where if it's not sports, the streets, or something mixed into those two. At one point there was really no true community for us to dive into.
Yeah.
It was it was pretty much one of those two, unfortunately. Yeah. It was the streets or the streets. Yeah, streets or sports. Those were your two communities. And you had people like us, like in the middle, and it's like, okay, I don't want to do that. Yeah. I like sports and I'm into sports, but I'm also into this. Yeah. But if I go over here and start talking about this, I'm kind of gonna get shunned. Yeah. So you're kind of like stuck in that gray. You're kind of stuck in that gray area. So I think now that's why you have Black people, African Americans that are in their late 20s. Early 30s,
going out cosplaying, bro,
in their 40s, and because all of that you've held in, and now it's like I have a community now. Yeah. Like I met a guy in Ross. A couple weeks ago. He had on a Dragon Ball Z shirt. And I forget what shirt. I had on One Piece t-shirt. And he was like,
I stopped people and said, "Yo, I rock with your shirt."
He was like shirt. I was like, you like your shirt?
Yeah.
He was like, have you finished it yet though? I'm like, not yet. I was like, you finished? He was like, absolutely. And you strike up these conversations, and this is a guy that's older than me.
Yeah.
But you strike up these conversations, and like one of my wife's clients, he we went to his house. He opened up his garage, and he has statues and puzzles and posters and all of this stuff, and me and him standing there having a conversation for an hour and a half about anime. So it's the fact of like we're now finding, like I said, aside from the whole tech thing, I think it's the fact that we're now finding a true community for us, and it's like, okay, this is nice. So you're not afraid to walk out with a Naruto shirt on. You're not afraid to have a Naruto sticker on your vehicle.
I mean, bro, when we went to that Otaku festival.
That was beautiful. That was a beautiful festival. That was a beautiful festival.
If you're in Texas and if you ever have the opportunity to
please
go to Otaku,
please
shameless
go.
plug, you need to go.
Yes, please go. God, that was awesome.
Bro, just seeing.
I think it was more older people there than kids.
Bro, like we struck up a conversation with those dudes from College Station who drove from College Station
just to come to the festival. Yeah.
Bro, like it was great. And I can't understate this. It was great to see.
I felt that looked like I felt at home.
There.
I felt at home.
I legitimately felt at home.
I felt at home.
And man, I'm telling you, like I know I'm gonna sound like I keep beating the drum, but it is so important to have that escape.
Yes.
Whether it is like if work isn't going well for me on a certain day, I could go jump in and get lost in One Piece.
Yeah.
Or jump in and get lost in Dragon Ball Z. Just
Absolutely.
something that would allow me to take my mind off of.
Because everybody needs an escape.
BS.
Yeah, because everybody needs an escape. And what? And by no stretch are we saying that anime is for every black person. Every black person should get into anime. That's not what we're saying. We're saying the people that are into anime and that your new fans that are diving into anime, that are becoming real fans of anime, they now understand why we have stood beside it for so long and will continue to stand beside it until my last breath. Yeah. Why? Because it's my escape. I continuously can connect myself to these different characters. Yeah. And it's great. And then to touch on the cosplay thing, that is something that I personally want to do. Did it once, but I want to go to a huge festival. Yeah, that is something that I want to do again and go to a gigantic festival. But think about this for a second. Mm-hmm. You have, because some of these people that go to some of these black people, African Americans that go to these festivals, bruh, they have significantly high positions in their career fields.
Oh yeah,
you're talking about VPs. You're talking about like great top 3% salesmen and stuff, and you see them and they got on Tanjiro outfit.
That's a vibe.
Oh, they got on Naruto outfit. Like, why do you think that is? Because this is their escape. Yeah. This is their chance to go back to a certain degree to their childhood and live it out again with other people that are doing the exact same thing.
I ain't gonna lie to you. Some people take that as
seriously, like thousands and thousands of dollars on a costume.
Way further than what I would ever.
Yeah, way further than what I'm taking it. But for one, they have the means, and for two, it's to each their own. I can't take it. I can't spend thousands of dollars, but I'm gonna toss a few hundred. Yeah, I'm gonna toss a few hundred. But that's where I ended it, and I just don't see it. I don't see it ending anytime soon.
Oh no, man!
Because
bro. Okay, so one, I agree with you. And sorry, I stepped on your toes.
No, you good.
But one, I agree with you. It's not going to end anytime soon because like you said, we're in the age of technology
Yes.
where everything is
Yes,
out.
yes,
and
yes, yes,
it's
yes,
in
yes,
our
yes.
face.
Yes. Absolutely.
Crunchyroll, right? Servers crashed
Beautiful.
when One Piece when
Beautiful.
Gear 5 happened.
Beautiful app.
All right. Now you see Netflix is starting to get more
It
into
is
that
picking up
into
like
that anime
crazy.
space where you got Pluto, you got Blue Eyed Samurai, which if you haven't seen that, you need to watch
I think I'm
it
gonna binge that tonight.
because that
Nope, I take that back. I'm gonna finish Cowboy
is
Bebop.
so good.
I'm gonna finish Cowboy
Blue Eyed
Bebop.
Samurai, Rurouni Kenshin, all the oldies, but goodies.
Castlevania.
Yeah, okay, yes, they got Castlevania.
You
too.
know I'm not gonna let you leave it out.
I know. And they're even getting to the point where they are they've even gotten to the point where they're doing live updates with One Piece.
Yes.
And now they're jumping and doing
Live action.
people may not claim this as anime, but damn it I do. Avatar The Last Airbender. They're doing that as a
It's on the cusp of it.
it's on the very cusp.
It's on the very
but-
cusp of it.
But they're doing live action.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like they did live action One Piece, which was great.
It was much better than what I expected it to
Yes,
be.
that's-
Significantly
It
better.
is the greatest
It's the greatest.
live adaptation that they
Yes, thank you.
did.
Yes,
They did Yu Yu Hakusho.
that was okay.
It was okay.
It was okay. Bleach was terrible. Bleach was horrible. They need to bleach it.
They do.
Bleach was horrible. Like,
So-
Bleach was horrible.
With that being said, I don't see it leaving anytime
No.
soon. And aside from that, they're coming out with new anime, which is going to lead us to our next discussion. Solo Leveling. If there was ever
Only
a
3
point,
episodes.
if there's
It's
ever a
only
point
3.
where like
It's only 3.
I ever thought about trying to get away from anime, they just keep pulling me
Yeah,
back.
Solo
in.
Leveling snatch you right back. Solo Leveling snatch
They
you
just
right
snatch
back.
you right back
They
in
snatch
because
you right back.
Solo
in.
Leveling, right? So first of all, I haven't read the
manhwa?
manhwa.
Yeah,
I haven't read it.
I haven't read
I'm not
it.
going to read it.
No,
'cause
I'm
I
not.
don't want to spoil myself.
I don't.
Uh,
And partly because I don't want to read because I've gotten mixed reviews. I've seen mixed reviews. I mean, mixed reviews happen with everything, but I take the mixed reviews for anime very seriously.
people wanted to stay true to the manhwa. They don't.
Yeah, it's not.
Some people aren't rocking with how the adaptation is going.
Yeah, and it's unfortunately it's not because
it's hard to stay true like that.
it's hard to stay significant. And I mean, it happened. Just a side note. This happened with the Marvel universe. Like it's significantly hard to stay true to what is written
To the subject
when you
material.
try to create an adaptation.
Yeah.
It's significantly hard to do that. And if you try to, it's going to be so long.
Bruh. And so I agree. But with Solo Leveling, right? First of all, in the first 3 episodes, I'm hooked. And
I gotta get myself
I'm not going
together.
to act like it takes a lot for me to get hooked to an anime,
It doesn't.
but it takes a lot for me to sit with the anticipation for the next episode to come out.
It takes a decent amount for me to stay with that anime.
Yes, there it is. It takes a decent amount for me to stay.
Yes.
Because there's so much anime that I could either watch or go back and rewatch.
Yes.
But Solo Leveling, it's good because it has a mixture of, and I may get killed for this, for whatever.
No.
It has a mixture of Sword Art Online, Akame ga Kill, and
Terra from Mars.
I want to say Terra from Mars.
Yeah, it's Terra from Mars. Because
It's like, for me,
I'm
those
almost
3
done.
things.
Yeah, because I'm almost done with Terra from Mars,
Together.
and I watched a little bit of Sword Art Online. So yes, I 100% agree with you on that.
And so the reason why I say Sword Art Online, you got these hunters going into these dungeons,
Yes,
trying to clear the dungeons and get materials.
which the idea of that was great.
I
But go
think it
ahead.
was great. That's where let's keep it a bean. Like, I'm not gonna say that's the entire subject matter of Sword Art Online, but that is kind of the base
The base, yeah.
premise
Mhm.
of it.
For Sword Art Online, yes.
Terra from Mars is just body
butchery. It's
bodies are
butchery.
just being
The
stacked.
first episode of Terra from Mars is butchery.
Them cockroaches are savages.
That bear from that first episode was.
Yeah.
I was like, bro, he eating. Oh god.
And
But go ahead.
And then in regards to, so yeah, it has the carnage of Terra from Mars,
Mm-hmm.
and then with the Kame got killed, right? With the Kame got killed, it has the carnage of Terra from Mars, but it has that dynamic where you can't get too attached to a character, because the moment you do, they get clapped.
They get clapped, and I
and
guarantee
you're
you,
left just sit, bro. The
first two episodes.
The first two.
The first two episodes.
Hell, the first episode.
Clap. Second episode, 90% of the people knock.
I ain't gonna lie to you. Like when Buddy, the one that was about to have, he was like, "Yeah, I came down for this hunt because what
He's
he
like
say?
his family or
Because
something?
my wife's about to have a baby, have another baby, so I need
Whack
I
it.
need to get some money." Split down the middle. I was like, yo, what is going on right now?
I'm not even gonna lie to him. I low key felt bad for him because it's like he got it the worst.
Bro, so he gets split down the middle. You just see his eyes just go. I was like, yo, what is? And then Buddy, who thought, oh, I got the power to, I'm Flash.
Outrun.
I can just run. First of all, bro, why do you run in a straight line? You know what I'm saying? Like, why we running in a straight? He ran in that straight line. All you saw was his feet.
That nigga sneakers
He got
was left.
boom,
Bruh. So,
bro.
so back up a little bit. So speaking on Buddy with the wife and the newborn, about to have the newborn baby. I'm watching this and I'm listening to him and I'm like, because from previous animes, when you hear the storylines for certain characters,
when they show you too much, it's
when you hear the storyline for certain characters, you're like, okay, Brett might turn into something. On the one hand, it's like, all right, Brett just might turn. Brett, he might knock off a couple people, but he's gonna survive because he's doing this for a legitimate reason.
Bro, let me.
Brett got spliced down the middle, and I'm like, what happened?
So this is how it all happened for me, right? When they introduced Sung Jin Woo, and they was making fun of him, right? And they were like, "Oh, if he's here, that means the dungeon's gonna be easy."
Yeah.
So when Buddy started explaining his story, I was like, my spidey sense was tingling. I was like, I don't feel comfortable about you
with this guy
because I know you're not a main character, and they showing you too much. And so when they went to the dungeon, they did their thing, and then the double dungeon happened. I was like, they didn't expect us to be here, and they voted to go down there.
That's what set me up.
I was like, oh, it's a wrap.
That's what set me up. When I saw the double dungeon, I'm like, it's about. I ain't gonna lie. I initially thought when they opened that door, it was gonna be havoc immediately when they opened the door. I thought it was gonna get overran. But I'm like, okay, I can't. I'm like, okay, they cool. Oh, initially I'm like, oh, it's just statues. That's initially what's playing in my head.
Yeah,
I'm like, it's just statues. So they don't. They're in the big boss's temple. That's what I was thinking.
Bro, when you saw that devilish ass grin,
that nigga evil.
I was like, oh, it's about to go down.
Bruh.
It's about to go
I paused
down
it.
here.
Can't even lie. I paused it. I paused it. That devilish ass grin. I am a grown ass man. I am a 33-year-old grown ass man. I was watching it in here. When that nigga that devilish ass grin, I paused it. Time out. Because it reminded me of that scary movie Smile.
Oh, I've seen Smile.
I was like,
it's okay.
No, I'm saying, but the smile though,
yeah.
Just the smile. I'm like, pause. I gotta get myself together because we're about to go we're about to just start knocking people off. But he got it the worst though. Bro, to me, he got it the worst.
He did get it.
Everybody else
he got it the worst.
Brady got burnt. Brady got few people got stomped on. Few people got smashed. Bro, he legitimately got split 50-50.
Bro, so yes. So this is the part that ate me up about. Like it was episode 2.
Mm-hmm.
Is that our main character? I'll just call him Son. But Son was like, "Y'all go. I'll be okay. I'm the weakest. Y'all go."
And
then when he just started getting bodied, he was like, "Why'd I let them leave? Like, I have a family too." I was like, nah, nigga, we not doing that.
Don't take. You can't renege on your heroism.
Ain't no take backsies on this ass whooping.
Keep your heroism.
Bruh.
Keep that same energy.
And he just started getting bodied. I was like,
it was worse as he's watching them run away.
And then you see him like start crying. I was like, yo. What are we doing right now?
They were wrong for making you watch him cry while they running away. Like, pan the camera somewhere else, bro. Like, I'm watching bro cry, watching them run away.
Bro.
Nobody chose to be like, no, we're going to stay.
Bro, when they ran, I was so tight. I was like, forgive what I'm about. I was like, y'all a bunch of bitches.
Them niggas took off.
When they ran, I was like, yo, that's foul.
They left bro hanging. Bro had an amputated arm, amputated leg. he just laying there.
Bro.
Not even on the, was on opposite sides, or it was on the same side? I think it was opposite sides. It was opposite sides. So bro just literally laying there.
Just laying there.
Bleeding to death.
And so when he leveled up, bro, I ain't gonna lie to you. Like when that happened, I was like, here we go.
Okay, pause. When he leveled up, did you think something was going to happen though?
Oh yeah, I thought he was about to.
You thought he was going to go to work, didn't you?
I thought he was about to go to work.
Yeah, no. No.
He just wakes up in the hospital.
Yeah.
But bro, I ain't gonna lie to you. Episode 3 had me laughing.
It did.
It had me question like, am I troubled in my head? Because so the first thing that made me laugh when he was like, you experienced a second awakening, and Son was like, oh yeah,
I'm good. I can go to work.
I could be a A or S rank.
That nigga shit was
at 10. Like, how much magic do I have?
10.
Oh. I was like, you sap.
And then he lay back in the bed and he was like, maybe I didn't do it right.
Maybe I didn't do it right. Can they not see this game screen right here?
He got 10. Then, the game screen thing is legit though. Not even gonna lie. Game screen thing
which
is legit.
Which once again reminded me of Sword Art Online.
The game thing is legit.
And the other thing that made me laugh was when the whole training montage thing started happening. When he got his first mission, where he was like survived for 4 hours in this desert. And he is just running for his life. And bro, I could not help but laugh at that.
Cause bro, you ain't doing nothing. You're just running.
I was like, dang, you got some stamina to run for 4 hours like that.
Just out there running.
And he was like, how many of these things are there gonna be? And then next thing you know,
it's setting up to like for you to truly think like, what kind of is he really gonna be a hero, or is he just gonna have the ability to just truly fight?
Apparently, he becomes a badass. Apparently,
But my question is, does he still keep that same mentality?
I don't know. That's gonna be
like that's the funny part.
That's gonna be the interesting part. Like, how is his character going to develop? Like with getting this power?
Yeah, like
is he gonna become an asshole,
or is he gonna be like
or is he gonna be like Naruto, where it's like, yeah, I'm strong, but I'm still me at the end.
At the end of the day. Like they can still knock me off at some point.
So I'm interested.
It's definitely interesting. It's definitely interesting.
That episode, I ain't gonna lie to you, I was so captivated with the episode. Even the whole training montage, even though I did not care about that.
And then it smacked you in the face.
Bruh.
It smacked you in the face.
He goes and starts trying to clear the dungeon. He has to clear the dungeon by himself.
He has to clear the dungeon by himself. It's 3 goblins. He going back and forth with them, and then he kills the first one, and then it's like, oh, I got my first taste of blood. Yeah. So then he goes and he attacks the other 2.
He sacks up and like, okay, cool, I can do this. And then that wolf comes out, the metal jaw,
the iron jaw wolf or something like that.
And
that nigga howled.
Oh yeah,
I was like,
he howled. I thought other wolves about.
I ain't gonna lie, I did too, because I was like, whoa. I was like,
oh, he calling his buddy.
I say, bro, better run. Like, bro,
you better run.
You better run.
And man, so him and the wolf start going back and forth, and I have to say this.
Oh, God.
I usually, when things like this start happening, I go and I scroll over.
Mhm.
Okay, how much time we got left?
Yeah,
Just so I don't set myself up. But I didn't do that this time.
I did. Because it pulled you in.
It pulled me in. I was like, okay, here we go. He's about to knock off this wolf, and then we'll probably be done with the episode. The wolf lunges at him. In credits, I was like,
yeah. It zoomed in on his eye.
I was like, I know.
Yeah.
I was like, I know we're not leaving it like this.
And what got me is when the wolf bit his sword, and when the wolf bit his knife and broke
that thing in half.
I'm like, oh, they about to go hand to hand. I'm like, oh, Brad's about to go hand to hand combat with the wolf.
What happened? We done.
That's like a cutoff. I say, you mother.
Better shut your mouth.
Oh, Jesus.
But I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm excited for the next episode.
Yes.
I'm excited to see what's going to happen.
I'm glad that they didn't throw it all out at once, because I ain't gonna lie, I would be upset. Because I know I would have binged it. I would have binged it. I would have binged it. And I would have been upset because I'd been like, dang, ain't got nothing else to look forward. Ain't got nothing else to look forward to. But this, and I'm just had this little, asterisk in. This is actually saving us. This is actually carrying us into Demon Slayer.
The next 2 months. See, that's why we're doing the podcast together.
It's carrying us over, which I'm very fine with.
Oh yeah,
because I'm keeping up with the tweets about Demon Slayer, and they say that sucker is going to be 2 hours.
Actually, I want to go see that in the movie.
Yeah, that's gonna be nice. But yeah, I think that's a good stopping point.
Yeah.
So once again, guys, always remember and always do it. Please like, share, subscribe, DM at us, whatever.
We don't run from the smoke.
We don't run from the smoke. If you want to have a
conversation,
if you want to be a guest on the show, remotely, in person, let us know.
Yeah, because we got Riverside working. We know how to do that.
We got space. Come, you can sit right here.
Sit right there.
Sit right here. You can get all this smoke. Get it all. But with that, guys, I think we're gonna cut it off there. We love y'all. We appreciate y'all. We will still be looking for this 1 subscriber to hit our goal for the month.
Yeah.
And then we will set a new goal. So yeah, I think with that being said, deuces y'all. We out.
Oh, Jesus.